arm exercises. So what I'm going to do is actually make this a 3-video series. I'm going to do shoulders for the first video, biceps for the second, triceps for the third. I have a guest Kalashnikov with me too. What you're going to need for shoulders: dumbbells. I have a couple plates, and this is primarily just to warm up my shoulders so I don't injure myself. I'm also going to show you how to do shoulders with this type of band and also with this type of band. So if you don't have any dumbbells, that's fine. You could grab soup cans. You can even use jugs of milk, water, whatever you want to do. It's not as comfortable, but is it possible? Anything is possible. So what we're going to do first is warm up. What I like to do is just do a little bit of side lat raises, just like this, just to get the blood flowing into my shoulders. Do a couple presses overhead, make sure I don't hit the light. My primary concern here is my rotator cuff. Just years of pitching, this one's kind of shot. So I also like to do just single arm, back, forward. Do that with the other arm. I'm not going to waste a lot of time in the video doing the warm up, but you get the gist of how to warm up your shoulders. You can do push-ups, on the wall if you want to, just anything to get the blood flowing. Make sure you do a couple stretches. I like to pull over to the side here. I even do this for the back of my, the front of my shoulder. Put the hand behind the back here and do that, just to get a good front stretch. What, dude? Stop. Okay, so the first exercise is going to be overhead shoulder press. I'm going to first start with the dumbbells. And what you want to focus on here is make sure that your back stays straight. So when you're doing this, you don't want to like shift forward like this, shift back like this. You really want to isolate your shoulder muscles. So I encourage you to sit in a chair. Watch out, buddy. He's going to worn out now. Or even back against the wall. So here you have your dumbbells. You're going to push up and return. Push up and return. Push up and return. Now there's two different philosophies of lifting. Some like to do kind of the jerky motion like this, trying to get more power out of it. That's not the goal of my workout today. Again, that's a separate philosophy of lifting, but I gotta throw my cat out. Come on. Come on, buddy. Okay, fine. Just a steady movement. So you're going to do 12 to 15 of those. Rest, about a minute. Do another 12 to 15, rest a minute. Another 12 to 15, rest a minute. Then your last set of 12 to 15, after you've exhausted yourself, drop the weight. Maybe you don't even have any additional weight. Maybe you're doing it without any weights at all by that time. But you definitely want to exhaust yourself to the point where you can't even do this anymore, okay? How to do that with this band here, you simply just step on it. Stop. Bicep curl it up here like this, and then you're going to just push up, bring it back down, push up, bring it back down. I'm not a big fan of that one. You can see that's what's been bruising up my arms. I would just stick with some type of weight overhead. The next one is a side lat raise. So again, if it helps you sit in a chair, you want to make sure your back is flat still. You don't want to do any of this yet. We'll get there. For side lat raise, start with your hands right at the side of your hips. What you want to do is keep tension at the bottom though. So here, I'm relaxed, I'm resting. When we start this exercise, you're always going to have a little bit of tension, okay? So for your side lat raise, what you're going to do is think of taking your arm straight out to the side and bringing it back. We're going to do both arms at the same time. So we're going out to the side and back. and then keep this tension here. Don't bring it all the way back and relax, okay? Same thing, 4 sets of 12 to 15. On your 4th set, if you're not exhausted and your weight isn't heavy enough, for this it doesn't take a lot of weight to exhaust you. So I recommend, normally I only use 10 to 15 pounds on this, and by the time it's my last rep, I'm almost down to 5 pounders here if you do it right. Your very, very last set that you're doing, your 4th set, you want to make sure that you go really, 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 really slow, like a 4 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. By that time, again, you may not need any weight at all for that. I don't like using these for side lats. Instead, I take this other band and just put it around one leg, put my hand in there, and then just pull out. It's a little tense in here, but whatever. Side lats, right there. That way you're still always keeping this tension here. All right, next we're doing back flies, which is almost the same as your side lat raise, except we're gonna shift forward this time. And so we're focusing on the back of the shoulder here. You're gonna have your weights and then out, bring it back down. If 2 weights at the same time is too much, you could put your hand on a table. I'll just use my leg, I'll pretend it's a table, and then just go out and then bring it back down. So both weights here, out, bring it back down. Again, make sure you're not resting your arms, that you're always keeping some tension here. Or if you want to do one arm, you're going directly out to the side and bring it back down. Okay, so 4 sets, 12 to 15, that's our common theme here. If you want to do it with bands, you could step on this one. This dust is getting to me here. Step on it and then pull out, or you could do both arms at the same time, both shoulders at the same time here, and then just pull out, bring it back in, pull out, bring it back in. The last one for shoulders we're going to do is front raises. I like changing up angles, so I like thumbs up. You'll see a lot of people when they lift, they actually have the bar and they go out like this. Your preference, I like this angle a little bit better. That's just kind of how the frame of my shoulders are anyway. But if you want to do it as if you had a barbell, keep the front of your, the back of your wrist would be facing your mirror, and then you're just going to go up and bring it back down. Up, bring it back down. I like to do what I call a V press. Some people call it a Y press, where you almost do a thumbs up. So, oh, watch out, Mr. Hat. So, here, thumbs up, bring it back down. Thumbs up, bring it back down. I'm gonna have to take these cats out. Again, 12 to 15, do 4 sets of those. If you want to use the bands, I just do this. Your resistance leg is what I'm going to call it. Go ahead and kick that back a little bit just to get a little extra resistance, and then you're going to reach forward, bring it back down, reach forward, bring it back down. Again, these bands roll, so be careful, but you know, you look kind of cool all bruised up down there. Okay, so that's it for shoulders. Make sure you stretch when you're done to prevent any type of injuries.